We're going to explore how to effectively tackle English comprehension questions in your GCSE exams. These exercises test your ability to understand, interpret, and analyze texts, making them a crucial part of your assessment. By following these strategies, you'll learn how to answer questions quickly and accurately while maximizing your marks. Let's dive in. Part 1. Understanding the text. 1. Read the text carefully and strategically. First, reading for overview. Start by reading the text quickly to get an overall understanding. Focus on the title, headings, and the first and last paragraphs, as these often outline the main ideas. For example, if the text discusses climate change, the introduction may highlight the urgency of the issue, while the conclusion might suggest solutions. Second, reading for detail. During your second read, go slower and pay attention to specific details and nuances. Highlight or underline key phrases, particularly those that might answer the questions you'll face. This two-pass strategy helps you avoid missing crucial details and ensures a strong foundational understanding. 2. Annotate the text with purpose. Purposeful annotation. As you read, make brief notes in the margins to summarize each paragraph or identify important details. For example, if a paragraph describes a character's emotional state, jot down a note like, "Character feels isolated, causes." Annotations should help you quickly locate information during the answering phase. Focus on relevance. Avoid over-annotating. Focus only on key points and evidence that directly support potential answers. This prevents clutter and helps you maintain clarity and focus. 3. Identify the main idea and tone early on. Understanding the author's intent, quickly determine the main idea and tone of the text. Is the passage informative, persuasive, or descriptive? For instance, a text on environmental conservation might use a persuasive tone to urge action. Recognizing this early helps guide your interpretation and responses. Avoiding misinterpretation. Misinterpreting the tone or main idea can lead to incorrect answers. Make sure your understanding is aligned with the overall message and tone of the text before proceeding to the questions. Part 2. Approaching the questions. 1. Read all questions before rereading the text. Previewing questions. Before diving into detailed answers, skim through all the questions. This helps you know what to focus on when you reread the text. For instance, if a question asks about a sense of urgency in a specific paragraph, you'll know to pay close attention to the language and structure used in that part. Strategic rereading. When rereading the text, focus on finding answers to the questions. This saves time and ensures that you don't overlook important details. 2. Answer questions in the given order. Following the structure, tackle the questions in the order they're presented, as they often follow the structure of the text. This helps maintain a logical flow and makes it easier to locate relevant parts of the passage as you answer. Avoiding confusion. Skipping around between questions can lead to confusion and a disjointed understanding of the text. Answering in order ensures you stay on track and don't miss any crucial points. 3. Use evidence from the text and explain it. Backing up your answers. Always support your answers with specific evidence from the text. For example, instead of simply stating, "The character is brave," provide evidence. "The character is brave, as shown when he stood firm, despite the raging storm, determined to protect his family." This demonstrates a deeper understanding and strengthens your argument. Detailed explanation. Don't stop at providing evidence. Explain how it supports your point. For example, discuss how the character's actions under pressure reveal their bravery. This analysis is crucial for gaining higher marks. Part 3. Types of questions and how to answer them quickly and accurately. 1. Literal questions. Direct answers. These questions require straightforward answers directly from the text. For example, what time of year does the story take place? You might respond, "The story takes place in winter," as indicated by the phrase, "The snow-covered fields stretched endlessly." Conciseness. Keep your answers brief and to the point. Avoid adding unnecessary details that can clutter your response and waste time. 2. Inference questions. Reading between the lines. These questions ask you to infer meaning beyond the explicit text. For instance, what can you infer about the relationship between the two characters? Analyze their interactions and dialogue. The relationship seems strained, as the characters avoid eye contact and speak in short, clipped sentences, suggesting underlying tension. Grounded inferences. Ensure your inferences are based on evidence from the text. Avoid speculative answers that lack textual support, as they can lead to loss of marks. 3. Language and structure questions. Analyzing techniques. When asked about how language and structure affect the reader, focus on specific techniques. For example, how does the author create tension? Might be answered by noting the use of short, abrupt sentences and words like crash or slam that heighten the tension. Linking to effect. Don't just identify literary devices. Explain their impact on the reader. For example, explain how the abrupt sentences make the reader feel anxious or on edge. 4. Evaluation questions. Judging effectiveness. These questions ask for your opinion on the text's effectiveness. For example, do you think the ending is effective? State your opinion clearly and back it up with evidence. Yes, the ending is effective because it ties together the themes of loss and redemption, as shown when the protagonist finally reconciles with his past. Supporting opinions. Avoid vague statements like, the ending is good. Instead, provide specific reasons and textual evidence to support your evaluation, which will help you earn higher marks. Part 4. Structuring your answers for clarity and precision. 1. Use the P, point, evidence, explanation, structure, structured responses. Organize your answers using the P method. For example, if asked about the mood of a scene, the mood is tense, point. This is shown by the description, the wind howled through the trees, and shadows danced on the walls, evidence. The use of personification in the wind howled creates a sense of menace, contributing to the overall tension. Explanation. Avoiding incompleteness. Ensure each part of your PEE structure is present. Missing out on the explanation can significantly reduce your marks, as it's crucial for demonstrating your understanding. 2. Keep answers concise and direct. Focused writing. Be concise and directly address the question. For example, if asked about the setting's role in the text, you might say, the setting of the desolate landscape reinforces the theme of isolation, as the emptiness around the protagonist mirrors his internal loneliness. Avoiding irrelevance. Steer clear of irrelevant information or lengthy explanations that don't directly answer the question. This not only wastes time but can also detract from the strength of your response. 3. Answer in full sentences. Complete responses. Always write your answers in full sentences, even for seemingly simple questions. For example, instead of writing, love, when asked about the main theme, write, the main theme of the text is love, as evidenced by the repeated references to sacrifice and affection between the characters. Avoiding incomplete answers. Bullet points or incomplete sentences can lead to a lack of depth and analysis, which are essential for achieving higher marks. Part 5. Maximizing speed and accuracy. 1. Prioritize high-scoring questions. Time management. Quickly identify which questions are worth the most marks and allocate your time accordingly. Spend more time crafting detailed responses for these questions, while ensuring you still answer the lower mark questions accurately. Balanced approach. Don't spend too much time on low mark questions, as this can lead to rushing through higher mark questions, which are more critical for your overall score. 2. Use skimming and scanning techniques. Efficient text navigation. When revisiting the text to answer questions, use skimming, reading rapidly to get the gist, and scanning, looking for specific information, techniques. For example, if a question asks for a specific quote, scan the text quickly to locate it rather than rereading the entire passage. Avoiding time wastage. Rereading the entire text for each question is time-consuming and unnecessary. Skim and scan strategically to save time. 3. Plan briefly before writing longer responses. Quick mental outline. For complex questions, take a few seconds to mentally outline your answer before you start writing. This helps ensure your response is organized and covers all aspects of the question. Avoiding disorganized answers. Writing without planning can lead to disorganized and incomplete answers. A brief plan helps you stay focused and ensure that you address all parts of the question. 4. Review your answers if time permits. Final check. If you have time at the end of the exam, quickly review your answers. Look for any spelling or grammatical errors, incomplete points, or areas where you might add a bit more detail or clarity. Avoiding missed points. A quick review can help catch small mistakes that might cost marks, such as misquoting the text or leaving out a key piece of evidence. Conclusion. In conclusion, success in English comprehension exams comes from a combination of careful reading, strategic answering, and clear, evidence-backed responses. By reading the text strategically, using the P structure, and employing techniques to answer questions quickly and accurately, you'll be well prepared to tackle your GCSE English comprehension questions with confidence. Remember to practice these strategies regularly, review your work critically, and always aim to answer questions as efficiently and effectively as possible. Maximize your marks by prioritizing high-scoring questions, managing your time wisely, and ensuring your answers are clear, concise, and well supported by evidence. Good luck with your exams, and approach each comprehension exercise as an opportunity to demonstrate your understanding and analytical skills.